reconstruction. The diplomats say they're making progress on using frozen Russian assets for the purpose. President Zelensky is at The Hague, where he helped launch an international claims commission that's aimed at getting compensation for Russia for the damage that's been done to this country during nearly 4 years of war. I'm joined by Nicolas Véron, Senior Fellow at Bruegel and the Peterson Institute for International Economics. We look at this use of assets that have been frozen. Sir, it is the most mind-bogglingly difficult thing that I've come across. I mean, first of all, they're not confiscating. There's some sort of loans or interest-free loans being structured. And then you've got to give guarantees to the Belgians against... I mean, it's very complicated, this. No wonder it's taking a lot of time.
Well, European decision-making is often complicated, but this is actually a big deal. What's at stake is providing as much as 210 billion euros, that's about $250 billion for Ukraine, for its defense, for the functioning of its government over the next few years. So what is at stake beyond the complexity of the financial engineering is finding money for Ukraine while at the same time respecting the international rule of law, because the European Union is committed not to confiscate these Russian assets, even so Russian is behaving, to say the least, very aggressively with European countries these days. That's the balance they're trying to find, and I think it's likely that they will find it.
So the idea is that you get the money and you make interest-free loans, which are then used, but at some point, one imagines many days, many months, many years in the future, Russia gets the money back in some shape or form.
Well, we don't know how this war ends. And depending on how the war ends, whether Europe and Russia are on speaking terms at this point, whether Russia pays or not reparations to Ukraine as a compensation for all the aggressions that they have done to them, depending on many different parameters, you have to factor that in the financial engineering of this transaction. And I think the scheme that is proposed by the European Commission does that. It preserves different options for the reimbursement of a loan going forward, but more importantly, it makes all that money available for Ukraine's defense at the time when Ukraine really needs it.
A lot of us may just say, hang on, just take it. I mean, just use the money. At the end of the day, you know, we're all sort of dancing around it. But Russia launched the war. There are hundreds of thousands of dead. Ukraine's economy is in the toilet and is an absolute basket case. And whatever piece is finally put together, Europe will never be the same again. And we're all worried about whether Russia gets miffed over this money.
Well, it's simply not true that Ukraine's economy is a basket case. Travel to Ukraine, it's safe in many regions, and you will see that they have kept their economy going despite the Russian aggressions under very difficult conditions. So I don't think you can really say that. But more importantly, these are foreign reserves of the Russian central bank. They belong to the Russian people. Even if there is regime change in Russia, these money will remain the property of the Russian people. And I think, you know, as long as we're not, as Europeans, the European Union is not at war with Russia, we have to respect that. Otherwise, every time we have a difference with a country, we can say we confiscate the money. That's not a recipe for a sound global financial system.
You see, you've just put your finger on the Alice in Wonderland nature of this, sir. You just said, as long as the European Union isn't in quarrel with Russia. But the European Union is in quarrel with Russia. That's exactly what this is all about.
We're in quarrel. The European Union may have differences and quarrels with Russia, and it's actively helping Ukraine. Let me remind you that the European Union is providing funding for Ukraine's defense at a time when the US no longer does that. What the European Union is not is at war with Russia, and war creates a different legal situation that would indeed call for different measures. So there are many political differences in the world. The US has political differences with many countries. They don't confiscate their assets held in the US.
I'm grateful, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight. Kind of you. Thank you. Now, to Uganda in a moment. We'll be